What's the name, sir?
David Rodriguez.
Thank you.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear affirm testimony about to give you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Take a seat.
All right, so please keep your voice up. Microphone's this way, yours this way, so you have to keep your voice up.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Good afternoon, sir. Please
Good
introduce
afternoon.
yourself to the jury.
My name is David Rodriguez.
Mr. Rodriguez, you know that I'm Mark Shapiro and I represent George Pino. Is that right?
I do.
You and I, prior to today, have had some interaction in connection with this case, correct?
Correct, yes.
By the way, Mr. Rodriguez, did you happen to notice the gentleman that was walking out of the courtroom as you were walking in?
I saw a gentleman going out here.
His last name is Rodriguez as well. Is there any familial relationship with that person?
No.
So just coincidence of the last names?
Yeah.
Mr. Rodriguez, are you a boater?
I am.
Would you consider yourself an avid boater?
Yeah, I think I am.
What type of, do you own a boat?
Yes.
Did you own a boat in September of 2022?
Yes.
Now, you have a cousin who owns a boat as well, is that correct?
That is correct.
And do you recall if you were actually on a boat during the Labor Day weekend in September of 2022?
Yes, I was using my cousin's boat.
Can you describe what your cousin's boat looks like, the make and model, if you know?
It's a 30-foot Cobra Cat. It's a center console, twin engine.
Do you recall what color it is?
It's white.
Does your cousin still own the boat?
Yes.
And do you know where your cousin stores or keeps that boat?
At his house.
In Miami?
Yeah, Miami.
On September 4th, 2022, do you recall being in the Upper Keys area, Key Largo area, Isla Mirada?
Yes, Island Router.
What were you doing that day?
I was in the sandbar.
Was somebody with you?
Yeah, a friend of mine.
A young lady?
Yes, correct.
Do you recall approximately when you got to that sandbar that day, more or less?
Probably like at 9 a.m.
Now, being that you were on your cousin's boat and that boat is kept at his house, how was it or where was it that you put his boat in the water?
I launched the boat on Crandon Park Marina.
Trailered it over there?
That's correct.
From Crandon Marina, you drove the boat to Isla Mirada.
Yes.
Do you recall approximately how long or how much time you spent at Isla Mirada that day?
Since the morning that I was there, the whole day, probably to like 5:30.
Do you recall what the conditions, the weather conditions and sea conditions were that day?
It was like a very clear day, perfect seas, perfect day basically.
How would you describe the performance capabilities of your cousin's boat that you were on that day?
It's like a high performance center console. It's pretty fast compared to regular boats.
How many engines are on that boat?
Twin 400 horsepower engines.
What do you think the top speed is of that boat? If somebody wanted to open it up.
Probably 80, the 80s.
I realize it's your cousin's boat, but have you ever driven that boat at 80 miles per hour?
I have, yes.
Do you recall if on September 4th, 2022, at any time, you got anywhere near that speed?
Not around that speed, but the 60s.
So between Crandon Marina and your destination at Isla Mirada, at some point were you cruising in the 60 mile per hour range?
Yeah, for a couple minutes maybe, and average speed 50 miles per hour, 55 miles per hour.
Was there anything about the weather conditions that made it unsafe on that day with those conditions to drive at that speed?
No, it was like a beautiful day, you know.
May I approach Your Honor? Mr. Rodriguez, I'm showing you what has been marked as Defense Exhibit A16, A17, A18, A19, and A20. I'd ask you to take a look at all of these exhibits and let the jury know if you recognize what's depicted in these photographs.
Yes, that's the picture of my cousin's boat, his house.
And is this the boat that we've been talking about this morning that you were on the day of September 4th?
That is correct.
And do these pictures accurately reflect what your cousin's boat looked like on September 4th, 2022?
They do. It has different motors in that picture and the date of the incident, but yeah, it's the same boat.
So the motors on the date of the incident versus when these photographs were taken, what is the difference between the motors?
These are more modern engines, more powerful, but that's about it. Everything else is the same.
What about the color? The color of the...
Yes, these engines, the other engines were white and these were black.
So the engines pictured in defense exhibits A16 through A20 are black engines, and
That's right.
and the engine colors on the boat on September 4th were white. Is that right?
That's correct, yes.
May I publish, Judge?
Yes, you may.
I'm sorry. Oh yes. If there's no objection, I'll move these into evidence.
Without objection.
See what's been previously marked
You can make it a
for
composite. if you like.
identification
No.
as defense. A16 is now defense exhibit M.
And Mrs. Mary?
M as in Mary. At A17 defense exhibit N as in Nancy. A18 defense exhibit O. A19 defense exhibit P. A20 defense exhibit Q.
Thank you. Mr. Rodriguez, these state's exhibits that you just looked at, these are pictures of the back of the boat, correct?
That is correct.
Or defense exhibit. You said
Sorry.
defense.
Defense exhibit. And there's also one of these exhibits, Defense Exhibit Q, which give sort of a lengthwise view of the vessel. Is that right?
Yes.
At some point that day, you and your friend decided to head back north to go home. Is that right?
Yes.
Was the route that you took on your way back home the same route that you took on your way down to the Keys?
That is correct. Yes.
And what was that route?
I left Crandon and all intercoastal, went under the Carson Bridge and all the way to Isla Mirada by the intercoastal on the bay side.
So then on the way back, the same route. Is that correct?
Exactly the same route.
At some point, you start to near the area known as Cutter Bank. Is that right?
Correct.
Were you coming? There is a channel at Cutter Bank, isn't there?
Mm-hmm. That's just correct.
At what point are you able to see the channel at Cutter Bank that day?
Once you go into the Carson Bridge heading north, you can see it. It's probably 2 or 3 miles out, but you can see from far. You can see. I guess it means I know the direction already, so I'm looking for it. But as you get, it's not very visible from that length, but you can see it. Yeah.
Do you recall what speed you were cruising at while you were at Card Sound?
Probably like 55.
Same speed that you were cruising at on the way down?
Yes.
More or less?
Yes.
And, pardon me, was there something that caught your attention before you reached the Cutter Bank channel?
Yes, when I passed Carson and I was driving maybe 2 minutes after I passed Carson, 2 3 minutes, I saw the keel of the boat, the bottom of the boat from far away, and I figured somebody had capsized or had an accident, so I sped up to where the boat that I was looking at.
So from 55 mile an hour cruising, more or less, you increased speed from that point?
Yeah, I went like 70 after that.
Were the conditions at that point of the day safe enough for you to cruise or drive your boat at 70 miles per hour?
Yes, there were.
Had the conditions not been safe enough to cruise at that speed, would you have done so?
No, I would have not.
So at 70 miles per hour, you are now heading toward the area where you see a keel of a boat. Is that right?
Yes.
Did it appear, it seems obvious, that there was a capsized vessel? Is that what you were seeing?
Yes.
From your position when you first saw the capsized vessel, you were unable to, were you able to see anybody in the water or around this capsized vessel?
Not from the distance on.
At some point, did you get close enough that you were able to see people in the water?
Yes, when I approached, yeah.
And in fact, were there people in the water as you approached?
Yes.
How many, roughly?
There was mostly girls, teenage girls. At the moment, I didn't know how many, but around 10, 11 girls.
Did it appear to you, Mr. Rodriguez, that you had arrived within minutes of this accident having happened?
I figured yes, because everybody was still swimming, and it was like chaos. Everybody was screaming, and so I figured I was fairly a couple minutes before it happened.
At some point, did you have any interaction with someone who later became known to you as George Pino?
Not at the moment I arrived.
Describe to us what you did in the moments or minutes before having interaction with Mr. Pino.
When I arrived to the scene, the other girls were in the water, and there was a lady, and she was telling me that there was a missing girl. So I started, I didn't even speak to her. I just started looking for the girl, like idling in the boat, going with the current. More or less, I figured the current had taken her, so I'm idling around looking for her.
Could you describe what this woman looked like who told you that there was someone missing?
I don't remember exactly her face, but I know she was bleeding. I remember the blood in her forehead.
Did this female person look to be a mature woman or a teenager?
No, mature woman.
After hearing this mature woman say that there's someone missing, what did you do?
I started idling in the boat, going in circles, going with the current, trying to spot the girl that was missing.
At some point, did you come into contact with someone who you believe was the operator of the boat?
Yes, after the girl was found, yes.
And what did you have any interaction with that person?
Yes, I did.
Did you at any time find out the identity of who that person was, who you believe the operator was?
Yes, when I rescued him.
Let's talk about your efforts to rescue this person.
Okay.
First of all, did you ever find out the name of this person at some point afterward?
After the accident?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or after you rescued? I think you mentioned that a few moments ago. Is that right?
Well, after I rescued, I didn't know his name exactly, but I spoke to him.
All right. All right. So we'll get there in a moment, but describe for the jury what was involved with you rescuing the operator of the boat.
He was hanging from his boat, and the current has taken him far from the scene of the accident. So he was far away from me. I don't know exactly the feet, but maybe like 150 feet already. The current had taken him, and I saw that he was getting away, and everybody was, well, the girls obviously in the incident, and at the same time that I was looking at him, I was calling the cops at the same time. So I didn't know if somebody called cops or reported the incident. So I started heading towards him, and I told him to get on the boat.
Let me stop you right there for a moment. You mentioned a moment ago that this person was hanging from the boat. Can you describe a little bit more precisely what you mean by that?
He was hanging, the boat was capsized, and he was hanging like from the gun of the boat, from the side of the boat, with his two hands like that.
I see. Was anyone else hanging onto the capsized boat as well?
No,
Just this individual, is that right? And you could tell that it was a male person?
that's correct.
Did you have any communication, oral communication with this person?
Yes, I did.
Tell me about that.
I was telling him to get on the boat because the current was taking him, and
Did he respond to you when you told him to get on the boat?
at first, no. I had to kind of talk loud to him, like, hey, get on the boat.
What was his reaction when you told him to get on your boat?
He looked like very in shock,
Very what, I'm sorry?
like in shock, like he wouldn't, he was like in shock.
Okay. Did it seem to you as if he was comprehending what you were saying to him?
Yes, yes.
And can you describe from your view, what it means to be looking like he's in shock?
He was just hanging from the boat, and he was like crying. So I figured it was, and some big accident happened, so I figured he was in shock,
Did eventually he come onto your boat?
Yes, he did.
How much effort did you have to make, or how many times did you have to ask this person to come onto your boat before you finally did?
Like twice, because when I asked him the first time, he didn't answer, and then I asked him again, and he was asking for if all the girls were okay. And I told him, get on the boat, all the girls are okay, get in the boat, and then he started swimming to the boat.
So before he would get into your boat, he wanted to know if all the girls were okay.
Yes, he did ask me about the girls.
Mr. Rodriguez, I want to refer you again to these pictures of the boat that you were on that day. Is it easy to get in that boat from the water?
It's really not. It's really not that easy to get on the boat.
Your Honor, may Mr. Rodriguez step down for a moment?
Just keep your voice up, thank you.
Mr. Rodriguez, I'm handing you what is Defense Exhibit M. I'm just going to hold this up. You can use my pen as a pointer if you like. What I want to ask you is if you can orientate the jury a little bit to the configuration of the back portion of your cousin's boat. First of all, these are the two engines I'm pointing at, the two black. That's pretty obvious, right? Right. Can you tell me what this steel-looking bar is and what it does?
This is a tie bar. So what it does is helps the motors steer evenly. So one motor doesn't steer more than the other when you turn at high speed.
When the boat is in the water, does this tie bar remain above the water or does it go below the water?
No, it remains like the water, like 6 inches above the water.
So while this boat is floating in the water and it's still, there's 6 inches between the surface of the water and this steel bar, is that correct?
That is correct.
I presume this steel bar is not flexible in any way, is that correct?
No, it's a full stainless steel solid bar.
Now does your cousin's boat have an entrance ladder or an entrance ramp?
This will be a little platform here at the entrance.
Okay, I'm going to show you a larger picture. This is Defense Exhibit Defense Exhibit M that we've been looking at. And now I'm going to show you Defense Exhibit N, which is a little bit of a closer shot. Is that right?
Yes, correct.
And still closer, I'm going to show you what is Defense Exhibit O. And that's probably the closer shot even of this entrance ramp. Is that right?
That's correct.
All right. So is there any way to get on your cousin's boat other than using this ladder, this ramp?
No, that's the entry.
Now there is a device under the what would you describe that as? A
Swim platform.
swim platform. So there's a device under the swim platform. Is that right?
Correct.
Is that movable at all?
This, yes, this is, you push it down with your hand, with your foot, you get it on it, and automatically it retreats back once you climb into the swim platform.
So let me show you what is in evidence as Defense Exhibit P, as compared to Defense Exhibit O. And please describe for the jury what we are seeing in Defense Exhibit P.
The swim platform has this little step on the bottom, similar to, you're not familiar with it, so you put your foot on it, and you press on it, and you step down, and automatically retreats back into this position once you let go.
Now, when an individual wants to get onto your cousin's boat, they would have to do so from the rear portion of the boat, correct?
That's correct.
Where the engines are,
Correct.
where the tie bar is between the 2 engines, correct?
Right.
Is that right?
That's correct.
Now, describe for the jury physically what a person would have to do if they're trying to get onto this boat from in the water.
You have to get into the front bar, like kind of like on the water, and then you have to hang, like in deep water where we were. You have to hang from the hatch. You see how 2 little handles here, like 2 little holes in the swim platform. So you grab there very tight with your foot, and kind of you got to be strong to get up if you don't have an actual grab bar.
So what you're saying is that, what you're saying is that once the step is deployed, there's no grab bar on the hull of the boat itself anywhere. Is that right?
No.
So is it an awkward angle to grab anywhere on the deck in order to lift yourself up?
It is.
And why is that?
Because your body, you're putting yourself, and then you're here. And you got to push yourself kind of up, to then grab into the top of the boat. But first you got to push yourself up. So yeah, it's not a little hard to get into.
Are you familiar with ladders getting into other center console boats, for example?
Yes.
Are there typically easier ways to get into boats?
They are.
This is not one of them. Is that right?
No.
Do you have any idea why this step, this deck here, is designed this way for this boat?
We did it, it was a more 40 lift. So that was the reason for the lift.
Okay. So you've got to be, there's a method then in order to get into that boat. Is that right?
That is correct.
You may return to your seat. At some point, did the operator get onto your boat or your cousin's boat?
Yes, he did.
And how did he get on the boat?
He got on by the swim platform that we're talking about.
And he did it in the manner in which you've just described for the jury?
Yes, he did.
Was the operator able to negotiate the steel bar between the two engines?
Yes.
He did that successfully?
Yes.
Was he able to deploy the step on the swim platform?
Yes, I gave him instructions how to get in but he did it after I told him where the step was.
So he followed your instructions that were given?
That is correct.
And was he able to physically leverage himself onto the swim deck as you described to the jury a few moments ago?
Yes.
Now, once this individual is on the swim deck, again, as depicted in Defense Exhibit O, how was the individual able to get into your boat?
Yeah, once he got in the swim platform, he pushed himself up. He just stepped into the boat.
Did you observe any difficulty that this person had getting into the boat?
No, I didn't.
Did you notice any difficulty that this person had swimming under the steel tie bar as he was approaching the ladder?
No.
Did you notice any difficulty that this person had getting onto the swim deck itself before getting into your boat?
No.
Once this individual was inside your boat, did you notice, did he have any injuries?
Yes, he had a cut in his head and he was bleeding. Once he came into the boat, that's when I saw it.
Do you recall whether you or your friend that was on the boat with you, do you recall if anybody gave this person any first aid for the cut on his head?
Yes, I did.
Please tell the jury what you did.
When he stepped into the boat, he was facing me, obviously, and I didn't see any injuries. So I checked him. He was kind of like nervous. So I checked him, and I turned his head around, and he was bleeding in the back of his head.
What type of first aid did you provide once you noticed he was bleeding from his head?
I had a towel next to me, and I put the towel in his head and put pressure on it.
Did you attempt to clean the wound?
Yes.
How did you do that?
I put pressure in the towel and cleaned it and took the towel to look again, and then he was bleeding, so I hold the towel there and I hold it for him there.
Were you able to resolve the bleeding at that point?
After, I'll say like 5 minutes of me holding it out, the bleeding slowed down. Yeah.
Mr. Rodriguez, did you have any preconceived notions as to how this accident might have happened before the individual got onto your boat?
I figured they had hit the piping, but that was about it. Yeah.
Did you have in your mind why this operator might have hit the piling?
Normally when that happens is somebody's impaired or drinking or that type of thing comes to your head, That's my thing. That's what I thought.
That's what you thought at the time?
Yes.
With that in mind, were you making any sort of specific observations to either confirm in your mind that this person was impaired by something or to discount that altogether?
To be honest, I did.
And what did you do?
When I was cleaning him, I got really on purpose close to him because I figured he was probably drinking, and I tried to smell something, I guess, just to be curious. And that's what I did.
Did you notice an odor of alcoholic beverage coming from this person?
No, I didn't.
Did this person appear to be unsteady on their feet while they were in your boat?
No.
And were you speaking with this individual?
Yes.
And was this individual speaking back to you?
Yes.
Did you notice if this individual had slurred speech?
No.
Was there anything about this individual, after paying attention to him for this reason, that led you to believe that he might have been impaired by alcohol?
No.
At the point that this person was on your boat with you, had any police vessels arrived?
No.
In fact, you had to call just to make sure that someone in fact called the police, is that right?
I asked, after I got there, other boats started getting there, and there was like a commotion going on. So I screamed, asked anybody call 911, and everybody was like, not answering, so I called 911.
Do you recall at some point that day a helicopter flying overhead?
Yes,
And how long after you brought the individual onto your boat did you notice the helicopter overhead, roughly?
roughly like 15 minutes.
And this person remained on your boat with you and your friend for 15 minutes?
And more than that,
For those 15 minutes between the time that he got onto your boat to the time that you saw the helicopter. He remained on your boat at that point.
that is
right?
correct.
Do you recall taking any videotape of this person while he was on your boat?
Yes,
Mr. Rodriguez, you and I met earlier today so that I could show you what a videotape or what a video was on this particular thumb drive. Is that right?
that's right.
Did you have a chance to look at this video and view it for yourself?
Yes,
I'm handing you what has been marked as Defense Exhibit A15 for identification purposes. How do you know that this is the thumb drive that you viewed with me earlier today?
I
It
did.
has no objection to it just being admitted.
Oh, no objection. Let the clerk mark.
A15, mark for identification, now Defense Exhibit R.
Thank you. I'm going to get this queued up if that's all right, Your Honor. Just hold on for a second. Mr. Rodriguez, do you recall what your reasoning was or why it was that you took videotape?
I just took the video because the helicopter was like at the top of the boat, and I took a short video. I didn't want to on the phone.
This was with your iPhone?
That's correct.
I'm assuming it's an iPhone. Was it an iPhone?
It was.
All right. If you wouldn't mind stepping down for a moment. How long is this video, more or less?
Okay, 6 seconds or something.
Come on over here so you can see. Whenever you're ready, Rose. Hold on right just for a second. Can you move that? Now, just quickly, Mr. Rodriguez, just to follow up what you said earlier today, the engines in this picture are white. Is that right? And that's the only difference between this boat.
Correct.
The only difference is between the boat as it was then,
Correct.
September 4th, and then as it is when those pictures were taken.
Correct.
That's it. All right, go ahead. One other thing. You see this boat in the background here?
Mhm.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Uh, Did you know any of the individuals on that boat?
No.
Did you have any interaction with the individuals on that boat that day that you recall?
I don't recall. I don't exactly remember the boat, but it's a similar boat to the one that got next to me when we were looking for the girl that was missing.
This is the video that you took. That was a quick video, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We'll play one more. Mr. Rodriguez, the individual that is standing in the video in Defense Exhibit R, that's the individual that you rescued from the water, is that correct?
Yes.
Do you see that individual in court today?
Yes.
And will you please identify him?
Gentlemen.
Gentleman in a blue suit with a blue tie?
That is correct.
We'll stipulate that's George Pino, Your Honor.
So identify.
So, this is Mr. Pino, of course. In addition to the head wound that you mentioned earlier, were there any other injuries that you noticed?
That was the biggest injury that I noticed. If you see in the picture, you can see like a hump on his head there.
Why don't you show your right here?
You can see kind of white. You can see like the hair was, when I was behind him, you can see the cut there. He had that big bump in his head.
So there was a large bump
Yes.
on his head? Were you able to see into the laceration itself, into the cut itself?
No, I put the towel and hold the blood, but I could see it was a decent sized cut, yeah.
Okay. Are you going to show yours? And again, the video, the timing, from a timing perspective, that helicopter had not yet evacuated anyone at that point, is that correct?
No,
Do you know if that helicopter ever evacuated anyone from that accident scene?
not the helicopter.
Okay. There was an evacuation, how?
The helicopter dropped a first responder, I guess, paramedic, and they left on a boat after that.
At- Mr. Rodriguez, is there a timestamp on that video that we just saw?
I will have to look at my phone or find the video. That was a while back.
Okay. Do you have your iPhone with you today?
Yeah.
All right. Judge, may I ask the witness to look for that? Just double check on the state.
I have a lot of pictures from that time. Let me see if I can find it.
That's September 4th, 2022, of course.
I have the pictures here for the date, but I don't know why it's not giving me the correct time. It's saying I took the picture at 10 a.m. and it's obviously in the afternoon.
All right. Well,
I found another picture that has the time on it.
what does the time say?
This picture says when I went to rescue him. A picture that I have, it says 7:04, but I don't see the time on the helicopter review.
All right. So if that's all around the general time frame that you rescued Mr. Pino from the water, we're talking about 7:04.
I'm sorry, I found the video. It's 7:14.
7:14.
Yeah.
Now, that video at 7:14, Mr. Pino had already been on your boat for 15 minutes, I think you said. Is that right?
Yes.
All right. So the picture that you just mentioned, that is timestamp 7:04, that probably is closer in time to when you actually rescued Mr. Pino from the water, correct?
Objection pleading.
Rephrase your question.
Sure. Can you give an estimate based on viewing the pictures that you just looked at as to what the time was when Mr. Pino got onto your boat?
Well, now I saw the time, but in the moment I'm not keeping track of the time. But after I took that picture of him in the water, before I rescued him, 2 minutes after he was on the boat.
All right. You mentioned 7:04. Does that sound right? That's
Yes.
what the picture says anyway.
Yes.
at some point that day, did you deliver Mr. Pino to a police boat?
Yes.
And after delivering Mr. Pino to the police boat, did you have any further involvement that day with this accident?
No.
Stand by. I'll just get this back from you. Thank you, Mr. Rodriguez. I don't have further questions.
Ross? Let me ask you, Ms. Adams,
Yes,
can you give me a approximate idea?
3 minutes
Oh,
ish.
thank you.
Hi, Mr. Rodriguez.
Hello.
I want to ask you a question. When you were scrolling through your phone, can you go back in your photo log to the different images you took from that day for us?
Yes.
Okay, would you do that?
Yeah, I have like 3 pictures.
Okay. Do you mind if I look?
No, not at all.
Okay.
You see Mr. Pino?
Okay. You got to keep your voice up. I'm sorry. I know I'm close to you, but
You can see in the picture Mr. Pino
Okay.
hanging from the boat.
all right. What else do you have?
I have another picture. This is the video you just watched.
Yes.
This when I was on camera. And this is the other picture, basically the same, just a different angle.
Okay. Your Honor, I want to just for demonstrative purposes, see if you can show that image, please, to the jurors.
Okay.
May the witness step down? Yes. And we'll probably have to do it twice since your phone's not humongous, okay? So why don't you show the jurors the photograph that you took? And is it possible to see where the person that was holding onto the boat is? Can you, stretch it out so we can see? When you first see something in the distance that lets you think, oh my goodness, there's maybe an emergency there, about how long does it take you to get from where you are to the scene of that emergency?
5 minutes.
Okay, so from 5 minutes away, you were able to see signs of people being in distress, right?
Yeah.
And you wanted to get there as quickly as you could because you wanted to help.
That is correct.
Now, even though you were going pretty fast, you weren't even going at the top speed that your cousin's boat could go at that time, were you?
Almost.
Close to it,
Yeah.
because you wanted to help somebody.
That's correct.
You weren't going there because you wanted to go have a dinner party, were you?
No.
And you didn't crash in anything on the way getting to help somebody, did you?
No.
Okay, nothing else.
Nothing further, Judge? Nothing.
Oh, very well. Thank you.
Thank
sir.
you.
You're excused. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take our lunch break at this time. Please put your notepads inside your envelopes. We're going to be having lunch until 2:15. 2:15, it's 5 minutes to 1. Right now, 2:15. We'll return to the jury room on the 7th floor after lunch. Please do not discuss this case with each other. Ladies and gentlemen, please. Or with anyone else. Please, no research or investigation. If you see any of us outside of this courtroom, we're going to ignore you. If you have any issues or concerns, please